Hey everybody, we are heading back down to Lake Texoma to hunt for some more ammonites today. It is a wonderful 28 degrees with a strong north wind this morning, but hopefully this afternoon it'll warm up a little bit and be a little bit nicer. Alrighty, let's get out there and see what we can find. Yeah, that looks like a good area to start looking. Hey everybody, down here at Texoma. We're in our second spot today. We went to Urchin Beach last time, and three things really. Wind is terrible, and the wind is going straight onto that beach. Two, the GoPro would not come on. I don't know why, but it was a no-go, so I couldn't film anything even if I wanted to. But there's been a lot of construction that's taken place there, and they've pushed a lot of stuff up around, and so we ended up, we spent about 3 hours hunting there. We found some nice stuff. I'll show you some pictures of it, but we finally decided to call that part a day, and so now I'm checking out another area, and we don't have a whole lot of time, but I'm kind of liking the way this looks, so we will go along and see what we can find. There's a little bitty impression.
Look over here.
Right there. Yeah, and there's one that's still in right there. Cool. Alrighty. See what we can find.
This is fracturing out here. Do you know how thick these things are?
I think they're a thinner version than those than the Monis. Well, yeah, that's the problem. I don't know how far down that's going to go, or how much farther back this way it's going to go. We may want to come back with a chisel. Yeah. And we finally got it popped out. It's so thin. I was really worried that we had just broken the surface off, because this is the top that we saw. Look how thin that is. But it's all there. Wow, that is the thinnest ammonite I've ever seen. Crazy. Alrighty, well, I'm happy. It came out in one piece. Awesome. Alright, we got one here. We're going to try and get out. It's right here. So it's down underneath a little bit of rock, but it's got some brake lines already. So we're going to try and liberate this from the rock. Let me make sure we're still in view. Okay. Alright, I was hoping for one more complete, but I'll take it. Well, no secret about this place. We are at the boat ramp right here by the dam here on Lake Texoma, and this is the main place most people come to look for fossils here. And there's supposed to be some pretty big ones, so I thought maybe we might take a chance and see what we could find. So we're just going to walk the shoreline along here and see what there is to see. About 30 seconds into the walk, there's the first fossil find. It's pretty well worn. It's a little partial, but not all these fossils here picked up. I'll lay that right there. Maybe some kid will find that and enjoy it. Looky right there. Right there on the surface. It's a partial, but that's a nice little one. I like that. That'll go with some of my others. That one is going home. Alright, I like that for such a heavily hunted area. Being a few hundred feet from the boat ramp, I have high hopes now. Alright. It's only a mold, but that gives me some hope. It's been pretty dry here. Started picking up some more of these. I'm pretty sure these are another species of that Graphea, which is the devil's toenail. But I think that may have popped out of that. Although it looks pretty beaten up. No, that's a different. That's a mold of a different one.
Different one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Well, gives me a little hope. Seems like there's a lot of these. Well, I won't say a lot. There's some that are washing out of this loose shale. They're pretty good size. They're definitely keepers, and they're definitely a different morphology than the ones at our last site. And there's a bit of shell of something. Yeah, it looks like probably a big bivalve clam. But this looks like some pretty fresh fall. There was a rain. It rained here a couple days ago. Oh, there's something else right there.
Another big partial over here.
That one's really funky looking. That's got a different shell texture. Huh. So we're going along and scanning this, hoping that maybe that rain has washed down some of this and exposed something new. Oh yeah, there's a nice partial. Oh, need a whole one. Alrighty, I know they're hiding in here. Gotta find it. Let me show you. We've come. Here's the dam. We've come around 1 point, 2 points. There's a old boat ramp there. We've come around here, We've seen a little bit of stuff, but now we're starting to, just now, a whole lot of partials. So we're just now getting into a spot. You can see that's a partial. There's a little bitty partial right there. And there's a partial right here. And we're getting into this big flat exposure here instead of just rubble. And you can see there's a mold. And here's a really big partial. Put my foot in there for scale. You can see it goes from the outside there all the way around, outside over here, but it looks like it's probably broken off. So it's probably only half of one. But this is the layer I think most of them are found in. So we'll kind of look around here. Yeah, I'm seeing molds all over in this stuff, so we'll look around. I see a big old partial Inoceramus. It may just be the mold of one. I think that's the internal mold of one, that's not the shell. But check that out. Oh, look at those suture lines on there. I like to find one of those whole. I don't want to carry it out, but I like to find one of those. But the lake is down, I think, about 5 or 6 feet. All of this is normally underwater. So the only time this stuff gets exposed is during periods of drought. What is this? Ooh. Interesting, I like that. Oh, okay, yeah, that's Idiohamus. That's the candy cane shape. Oh man, but I think it's missing part of it.
Yeah. There might have been another one here looking at this bin.
Yeah, I think that's the mold of one too. There's
more shell shapes coming through the rock.
Yeah, and that was one.
And there was a big
Woo!
one.
Yeah, there's one there. There's a weathered out one there. So they are everywhere right in here. It's just a matter of trying to find one that's worth the effort to try and get out of here. Something poking out here from the exposed at the dirt layer is probably a partial. It looks like it may be broken right here, but okay, yeah. Well, that's a nice partial. I think that's a keeper. Let's stash that. Come back for it. Hey everybody, we just got to a new section of the beach here, and actually ran into another YouTuber who I happen to follow. This is North Texas Fossils right here, and he is clearing out a very nice, complete fossil. That's a very nice one. He said this one right here was above it, and there's another smaller one down below it. Looks like he's almost got this one out, so very nice. There's a little partial right there covered in the mud. I'll take my glove off. All right, we got this here sitting on top. I don't know if it's complete or not, but we might work on it and see what it does. Maybe we can get a whole one out of here.
There's something there.
take a break.
Eternity later.
We got it out. So there it is, and for scale. That thing is heavy. But now comes the hard part. We've got to pack this thing out. Following the trail all the way around the lake, we may have a couple miles to pack this out. So we're just going to take it slow. On to the next site. Alright, no, you probably can't see him over there. They took that one big one that he just popped out, and there was another little bitty one that you could see that was down underneath it, and he popped that out and left it for us. How cool is that? I'm going to show you my hand for scale. I think that's an Eopachydiscus. Not 100%, but I think that's what that is. So we'll clean that up at home. And he also left us some little bitty echinoids. Those are even smaller than ones we found. Alrighty, so that's going to wrap it up for this trip. We had originally planned on doing some river scouting for some new exposures, but honestly, after pounding all these ammonites out, we're beat, we're tired, we're sore. So we're going to go ahead and pack it up and head home. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe so you can stay up to date. Thanks for watching. I'll have more.